Hey guys, hope y'all are having a great evening. I just got home. It's been a long day, but I promised every day for 10 days I would hop on for a 5 to 10 minute video of the top 10 oils. So we've talked about lemon, lavender, and peppermint in the past 3 days, which are in my news feed. You can feel free to scroll back through if you want a little bit of information and a few tips on those oils. Tonight, I'm going to talk about Melaleuca. So Melaleuca you may be familiar with. If you don't know anything about essential oils, you have probably heard of tea tree oil. And that's what Melaleuca is. It's tea tree oil. This oil is amazing for many things. First and foremost, it has very high antibacterial, antiviral, and antifungal properties, which is amazing. That means that anytime you feel like you're getting sick, coming down with something, this would be a go-to oil that you would be able to reach for and use. And these oils, remember, work with your body to help restore balance. And when we help our bodies to restore balance, they can then heal themselves, which is what God intended for our bodies to do in the first place, right? So in terms of things like the antifungal properties, think about fungal infections like things that, hey Susan, things that you might get, I have to be compliant with my language, but things that you might get on your feet, like a fungal infection of the foot, or things like a candida infection. Things like that, this would be an excellent essential oil to use, again, to support the body and help the body to heal itself. Now, the other thing is Melaleuca has very high antiseptic properties. So I love to keep it comes in also a pre-diluted roller bottle, which is really super easy and convenient for use. I love to keep it like this for any cuts and scrapes. So if we have a scraped knee, some type of minor cut, you can actually roll it right on the area. And number one, it's going to help prevent any type of bacteria from getting in there and hopefully infection from forming. But Melaleuca also has antiseptic properties, or not antiseptic, analgesic, sorry, I already said that. It's been a long day, y'all. Analgesic properties. So that means pain relief. So cut, scrape, you're getting the antiseptic properties, but you're also getting the analgesic properties. A lot of people don't realize that Melaleuca actually has analgesic properties. So that's another, again, just great added kind of use for it. Now, here's another one that a lot of mamas like to use it for. So sometimes when your kids go to school, they might get exposed to some, let's just say, bugs in their hair. You know what I'm talking about. I have to be compliant with my language again, but you know what I'm referring to, right? So Melaleuca is the #1 oil of choice to help get rid of that. You could just put 1 or 2 drops in their shampoo, and wash the hair, of course, thoroughly, probably multiple times. But also as a preventative, a lot of moms, especially if they know that that's an issue at their child's school, will use the Melaleuca in the shampoo every day as a preventative, and then sometimes also mix it in a little bit of water in a spray bottle and just spray like their coats, backpack, that kind of stuff. Again, just as a precautionary measure. Now, one other thing I want to tell you about Melaleuca, actually there's a couple more things, but the next thing I want to tell you about Melaleuca is it is the #1 used essential oil for any ear issues, ear discomfort. A lot of kids, especially if it's during the summer, swimming, or even during the winter, you think that they're coming down with, they have some ear pain and that type thing. Again, have to be careful with my language, but I like to keep it in this pre-diluted roller, and what I'll do is just take it just like this, and then you just basically roll it right in front of the ear on that little bone there, and then you roll it all the way around the ear, just like that, and then you just kind of rub it in like that. Now, I want to give you an example because a lot of people ask me or tell me, I'd love to try some of those essential oils, but I'm not really sure about the cost. So let's take this example. This is my favorite example to use. Let's say you're a mama and your child has got some ear pain. You're going to have to take off work, take them to, their pediatrician or some provider to have them examined, right? So that may cost you time away from work. Maybe, you're not going to get paid for that time off. You have to pay a copay, when you go to the provider that you go to. And then maybe you get some type of prescription. You have to pay for that. I mean, all of that can really, really add up, right? This Melaleuca is 8 cents per drop. Y'all, that's crazy. 8 cents per drop. And not to mention, this is really all about putting the power in your hands to be your own healthcare advocate, so to speak. So if you can reach for something natural first, yeah, there's always going to be a place for traditional medicine. Please don't get me wrong. I'm a nurse practitioner, so I totally believe in traditional medicine, but I do believe that if we can reach for something natural first and support our body, give it what it needs to help restore balance, and our body can heal itself, then that's the way to go. So I just wanted to give you that example of how cost effective these actually are. Let's see, the skin. Melaleuca is amazing for the skin. Not only cuts and scrapes, I mentioned that, but if you have any kind of breakouts, pimples, I still get them as an adult. Also my kids, if they have any kind of breakout, I'll put it right on the area, and that really helps. Also helps with cold sores. A lot of people get cold sores. Thank the Lord, I fortunately don't or have not had those before, but I know they can be really painful. And I know people who just use Melaleuca, and it works perfectly for that as well. And then the last thing that I want to tell you guys about Melaleuca, I mentioned that the last 3 days I talked about first lavender, and then peppermint, and then lemon. That's sort of the blend. Those three are the blend or the combination that we use for seasonal threats: itchy eyes, watery nose, stuffy head, that kind of thing. So if you are using that combination and you still feel like you have a little bit of congestion in the head, maybe even in the chest a little bit, Melaleuca also has decongestant properties, so it can help really break up mucus. So that's what I always recommend people add if they're already using lemon, lavender, and peppermint, and they still, have a little bit of those symptoms. Add some Melaleuca to that, and that works really, really well. You can use it topically, or you can actually use it internally. And I do want to mention that you always have to make sure that you have a therapeutic grade, a certified pure therapeutic grade essential oil, and that's what these are. You would never want to go and buy an essential oil over the counter and try to ingest that, because those are full of synthetics and they're not for internal consumption. So anyway, I hope these tips have been helpful to you guys. I will be on again tomorrow with another of the top 10 oils. I'm not sure what we'll talk about yet, but maybe in the morning I'll be on tomorrow. Again, it was just late. It was just a long day. So anyway, let me know if you guys have questions or comments. Leave me a comment, and I will see you guys again tomorrow. Bye.